you like to know more?
That would be against the...
There's nothing. No, wait. There's nothing in the. I do have to say this, Stella. There is nothing in the uploading primer versus stealing from thieves.
You're right. I must have misremembered. So, okay. So, to recap the plan, we use Fellowship to maybe identify some of the guys that have connections, and then Tark infiltrates it by offering his skills.
Would Charm be for carouse, or where is that at in the thing?
Charm should be.
Because Selena can use Intimidate, which is tough.
Charm, Fellowship.
Like interrogation.
Alright, so
depends how you're starting off.
Well,
Intimidate, Fellowship, or tough.
How about we do scrutiny? How about we do scrutiny first to figure out what part is the more seedier area in the of the camp?
Well, it's a good thing that some of us have scrutiny trained, don't we?
Yeah, you're right. Good.
I mean, we did just for the starting bit.
I think Tark is perfectly made up for this.
Oh god, you do realise that I don't have scrutiny trained?
You do or don't?
I don't.
Oh, yeah. I think I do have scrutiny trained when it comes to Victorian Priest.
Well, go and have a look at stuff then.
Don't give me a second. Gray, why did you give us a test that's not shooting things?
Because shooting things constantly is boring.
Because he wants to see us fail. Because he knows that Fellowship is a dump stat for us. So
we're
gonna be bad.
I actually do not have that as a starting skill. Whoops. Charm or Inquiry. Okay, I remember that feature.
Could it be wait, guys? Could it be perception to notice people who have kit that is not standard of the infantryman's primer?
Is sufficiently modified, they're probably getting it from someone else. Also, don't forget, Blank Market is going to be.
I'm going to go ask the captain if he can give me a list of the quartermasters and their personnel.
Also, don't forget, it's drugs and like.
Nope, I get thrown out.
He doesn't have time for you.
Go! I told you, go and deal with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to his aide and ask him if I can get a list.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Yep.
Gray, do I have a list of quartermasters and personnel?
Yep.
Okay, so.
Yeah, the quartermasters, you don't think it's going to be the quartermasters. Most of the quartermasters are tech priests. There are a few human ones, but they tend to deal with more the like food rations and stuff like that.
There has to be a certain level of personnel where they're getting the materials from. I mean,
the monitorum scribes that are attached to the quartermaster.
Also,
don't forget
that Black Market is as much alcohol and drugs, probably more of it.
No, yes, I'm just seeing where these things would be getting, where the supply, because you have to look at where the supply line would be for these drugs and black market items coming in. So the only people who would have these such levels would be smuggling on the quartermaster ships. That would mean they would have have somebody within the quartermaster area. Not the quartermaster like the what's up?
The monitorum scribes. The monitorum scribes would have all the list of what it's doing, and they can actually fix the list.
Yeah, that's basically what we're shooting for.
So we're gonna go and find some nerds and be.
Maybe we can first try to smooth talk them, like silver. Tark can try to silver tongue them.
I silver tongue them all up and down.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Wouldn't that be an inquiry test? Because you don't have a certain person you're going for, or you're looking for.
Yeah, but he's dropping the correct words. Like I was looking for something, or I missed this. I wish I had.
We need. I'm talking to one of the scribes, saying that my friend here is an armorer. He needs a few extra things, this and that. For he has a couple of special things he needs to do with guns and our camera.
You start small talk, and then you talk about things you need for the campaign. Wish you had them, and then this guy has a gleam in his eye. Yeah.
I mean, I wish we had them. I mean, if we're just here on this big ship and everything, who knows what one might find laying around.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, seems like it's a decent enough plan just to start like wandering around looking for people.
No, I mean that he already succeeded.
Because I did.
That 20,
Oh,
that
charm.
27 is a success at carousing with one of the scribes.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll tell you that basically there's kind of like a subsection of fix. It's the maintenance guys, the lifters. Let's just call them teamsters. It's pretty much what they are.
The what?
Teamsters. The guys in charge of actually moving the goods are the guys you have to watch, because they're not handing them out. They can kind of like lose entire shipments.
Oh, so it's misplacements of drugs, of combat drugs, and
yeah. That's kind of, it's not just combat drugs, but there's kind of like the people who move stuff around are the best at hiding what they move.
Well,
So-
I know. I'm just saying that they're probably, because any other kind of recreational drug this can be a hard drug that's just cutting, which is it could be like a combat drug or a medicine that is.
But it could also be weapon
Or
powers.
combat.
Lost another shipment of morphine.
Yes, some of that.
Morphia. We don't have.
So we're gonna go and find. So we need to go and ambush a teamster and beat information out of them.
First, we write down the name of this person that we actually.
Well, they don't
With
give you an
that
actual name.
function, I was just going to go and sneak and follow a ship and follow the teamsters when they're doing a shipment. See if I can.
Hope you have a fate point.
See if I
Can you sneak up and have one? Can you sneak up and put your gun to the back of one of their heads?
I'm just going to follow and watch them, so I know exactly. So I
I
can.
think
Go ahead.
just finding where they gather up. I think is the first thing. Then we do a raid or whatever afterwards.
Then we can turn into shooting people.
Meh. Don't.
I mean,
Because we're not there with you. You're sneaking up. We don't have sneak, so we've left you to do this.
I could have it trained. I can give it a try.
Also, great. One question. Sorry.
What's
Because
the Canadian guy, do you think?
Great. Can I ask one question for
Yeah.
clarification? I think this is need to be asked. Because we're not on the front line right now, we're actually in the base. Do we actually carry our full weapons, or is it just sidearms, or what is our gear deployment?
Your weapons would be kept in a central location in case of
Do we
attack.
have at least our number of revolvers and sidearms?
Yeah, you'll have your sidearms and your combat knives.
do I still have my? Wait, so I don't have my chainsword?
Probably going to be in the.
This is probably a stupid question, but do I still have my psychic powers?
No, you have to wear them.
No, you have to check them into the weapons locker.
You do have your psychic. You do have your psychic powers, but they're really, really, really nervous about you using them in base.
What is that, Eddie?
Also, don't you
Wow.
as a
You just
stormtrooper,
rolled.
don't you have the ability to make it to give us training in something you have already?
I haven't taken that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if Tark failed, then Aditi just scored big.
So
Or was it the bait and swim?
It's like, yeah, you were the obvious tail, and then I was
Yeah.
silently following along.
Yeah. Awesome. How things work out perfect.
Okay, so you're basically trying to look obvious, aren't you? Well, apparently now you're looking obvious.
Well, obviously, because I failed, but RTD exceeded. The cunning plan was obviously so I look suspicious, so I got caught, and they would follow the actual suspicious people.
Yeah, so Odyssey will notice a couple of people who are watching you basically try not to be conspicuous and failing. You're being very conspicuous. So, they could look to be pretty not veterans, because this unit's not really veterans, but they look like they've been soldiers for a long time. They're the older style, and they haven't just been called up for this new offensive. They've been kind of like
They've
around for a
been
while.
monitoring sometime.
they have been lucked out and stayed on Teamster duty, suspiciously long.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is the ship probably works like a city, so most of the time the population is just like maintaining the ship and just going around the day to day. producing new soldiers. Whereas there's always like the standing army, the guys who are actually trained, they need to keep it going.
Yeah.
But knowing there was a big
white shields and stuff and such.
knowing there was going to be a big offensive, you guys have all been drafted in from the normal ship population and like given guns and a bit of training and fired off.
A bit.
Makes sense.
These guys are Korea. Although you're all now Korea, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We can now.
Next 10 years.
We
survived a week and gained a name. Gotcha.
We survived a week in combat. That's better than most of the Imperial Guard.
What is it? 15 hours.
And that was in that one book, yeah.
Yeah. Survival rate is 15 hours, at least for that planet, but we're on space, probably even less.
Yeah, hasn't been too lethal so far. I imagine quite a few people got shot down or died on that first boarding action.
I don't know, man. I've been in this Chimera this entire time. It's been great for me.
Okay. So, DT, what does DT find?
I found those guys.
He's had a couple of guys who are kind of like they're definitely on watch.
So do we want to try to act like we're buying from them, or do we want to try to scare them?
I think we should corner. I think maybe we make a fake buy, and then corner one or two of them. I have
I'd just like
interrogation.
to point out, I can probably use Smite as a torture device.
You can, but I don't. We're not sanctioned in this operation by the commissariat, so going overboard, excessively overboard, could end up badly for us and for Captain.
Who cares?
I have intimidate, and that works off toughness. It's not that bad. We can fake a buy, maybe get one or two of them isolated, and then interrogate them roughly.
I mean, how far in is the sneaking going towards? I mean, has he found the?
Yeah, that's another question.
3 degrees. Yeah, he probably finds like a sectioned, kind of like not walled off, but like a part of the base which has been, fortified a bit more. They've put cargo crates around to create a little area that isn't easily accessible to anyone. And it's got a couple of burly looking guys on the gate. Make sure no one they don't recognise walks in. Yeah, it looks like you found probably the headquarters for at least this part of the black market.
We need a material witness. We can try to go balls to the wall and infiltrate it or raid it, but I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to spill blood. If we spill blood, it's going to escalate and go badly. So,
weren't we only supposed to find the black market? If we go back to Captain Rico and say, "Hey, we found them. Can you give us our equipment so we can go and storm the place?" Because what he wants is glory out of saying, "Look
would this be a?
Also, you are actually right in one way. If we go in like a full weapon loadout and just quickly rush them with the Chimera, we'll catch them in the pants down. They will for sure not want to fight.
And then we have
a full squad of armed troopers.
That, or we'll have their veteran thugginess with a power loader versus our Chimera.
We'll win.
Well, they're not going to have weapons and armor. Like, maybe even if they pull out weapons, they're not going to have any armor.
These are hardened criminals in the 40k universe, man.
They'll have ways of protecting themselves.
I cannot convince the. I cannot. I tried.
That's the point. I don't know if we need to roll a charm check for this. It's just, what does Captain Rico want us to do? Did he order us to go and deal with it ourselves and bring the heads to him?
Yeah, let's. You're right. Let's report to Captain Rico. We have a lead. How do you want us to proceed?
Well, we need to do it fast too, because they probably have a moving setup.
Or whatever.
I don't think we have that much of a base for a moving setup.
You're overcomplicating things. Captain Rico wanted us to find them so he can have a glorious raid against them and show, look, I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm.
We found them. Does he want us to do the glorious raid? That's what we're asking.
You're right.
He's pretty much for you guys doing the glorious raid, but this isn't sanctioned still, so you're gonna have to, yeah. Well, no, he doesn't care about blood as long as you get the right guys. You have to be 100% sure you hit the right guys, and then you've got to hit them.
We're pretty much sure.
basically, if we're wrong about this, he's going to just deny he had any clue of what happened. He did,
And summarily execute.
and we're all going to get executed. Yeah. So you said like they made basically a makeshift crate fort as a way of making a compound, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe someone can, when things get darker. I don't know. Do the lights ever on the light? Do we have a dimming light?
No. They don't dim the lights. As a person who is on the ship, so, I might inform you that the lights are never dimmed because we have people going in at all hours. So if you actually dim the lights, you're probably going to have them stumbling and cursing everyone.
Okay.
So your
Then again,
individual
this is
cabins
40K.
are going to and tents are going to be darkened, but not the entire area.
Point is, someone just want to try and climb over sneakily.
That's Pius actually. He has the acrobatics.
Yeah,
Pius has a shit ton of athletics.
Yeah, Pius can climb. I can sneak, but not.
Oh, I think actually with my bulging biceps I also have climbing or.
You brace, but you have like 40 strength for that.
No, 45 strength, but bulging biceps I think it can also be used.
No,
when
that's for
climbing.
lifting.
Lifting.
It's for lifting. So unless you're taking down their wall.
Lifting a whole crate.
I assume even like a shipping crate kind of size.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could do the false buy setup first.
What?
I mean, we could try to ingratiate themselves to us to them until we can
I
figure
think
it out.
I think that would probably be a better idea.
At least someone go in there, buy some, and make sure it is the right place.
Probably we can go.
Okay, these guys. Okay, real quick, Gray. So these guys are black marketeers, right?
We assume so.
Yeah,
They
you
have-
assume so, yeah.
What would they say they sell? That's the question.
Well, pretty much anything you want to get your hands on.
So say I could pool our cash together and see if we can make a logistics test to buy something.
We're not actually paid.
Cash.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a barter system. You have to have something they want.
We have motor. We have motor charges.
We do have that. Do we have the rest of those melt?
Yeah, but you still have the master melt charges. They also fetch a good price.
Okay,
Oh,
so we're
do
going.
we have leftover? Oh wait. We have the Ogren uniforms.
Why? No, we cut those out. Remember? Oh god damn it! I don't have the.
But they still have like silk and cotton and their dress uniforms. They are quite
Yeah,
nice.
the dress uniforms.
The thing is, I don't
since
have
they're Ogres there. Yep.
trade. I don't have trade trained.
Yeah, no. Does anyone have
Well,
common?
we don't need trade. We need to isolate one or two guys so we can actually pump them for information.
We would need
we don't-
common
we
to
don't
get a
want
good
to-
deal.
Deal.
If we don't care about the quality of the deal, I'm only doing this just to get proof.
Yeah. We're looking for a witness. We want information. We want to isolate someone, nab him, and break his legs or for information or something.
Well, no. What we want is to just go in there and check that it is what we think it is, so we can go in all guns blazing. So to do that, basically,
Yeah.
going, hey, I want to buy things. I have these melter charges. What are we wanting to buy? I don't know. Something simple.
Yeah. What can you offer us?
We'll just go for booze.
Booze is always a good one, actually.
No, narcotics, drugs. If we get drugs, we have proof. Because alcohol we can get by butting up to cooks or anything like that.
Because so
Drugs.
like get some step.
Yeah, get some stims.
What combat drugs are there? Okay.
Friends
There
zone,
are
I
actually
think.
quite a few.
I know it has
Friends
a
zone,
just finding it.
Right.
Ooh, let's see if they have Obscura.
That's,
Oh.
I think that's really dangerous, isn't it?
Actually, no. No, I have an even better idea. Let's see if they have any Spook.
Oh god.
Didn't Spook make you hallucinate?
Spook makes you into a psycho temporarily.
Oh shit! No, they're not gonna have Spook. This is like warplay. This is chaos. It's just stuff chaos quarters.
It's only rare. It's as rare as Obscura.
Huh. Okay.
They might have it. They can at least go asking for it.
All right,
Or at
I'll
least
go.
anything. Just ask them for narcotics, drugs. You know.
I'll go in and do the asking. Would that be okay, Gray?
The priest is gonna go there and do the ask.
Actually, yeah.
Well-
aren't we gonna need like a streetwise check so we don't roll up and go, "Hey, dudes, I wish to buy some marijuana. Please.
There is
Also, do remember that
that would be something like common lore gangs, and I don't really have any favorite common lores here.
Just let's go. Let's just go. Talk to
Look. Either way, go in and like get. We don't really have anything to make this subtle. We're just gonna go in and be like, "Hey, we want to get some of this stuff here. Let's go in and roll to be intimidating."
We can name drop the scribe. We name drop the scribe that told us about them.
Also, Tonk is going to wait nearby in the Chimera with the Chimera in case I need.
The Chimera is in the motor pool, man.
Yeah, it's actually in the motor pool.
I can do that.
Alright, guys, it looks like I'm gonna have to duck out here.
Alright,
Okay,
see you, man.
See ya.
Take care, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, the only
Gray,
person
I'm
that has
gonna
actually
assume 400.
Yeah, 400.
the person with critical thinking too has left us. Shit.
Oh well.
So, okay, let's go and talk to these people. Let's name drop the scribe. He says that he told us about them. Maybe we can. Maybe they say, okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's go for let's just go for charm.
Sure, go for charm.
Alright.
And nope.
They don't even
You
want
kind of like the guys like put their arms out
They
like,
look at the priest. They look at the priest and they're like, no.
no. What are you guys doing here?
Oh no, you discard. You've used yours, haven't
Yeah, I already used both my. I used my.
Okay.
Did I use my second fate point?
Here goes a 24 fellowship roll.
Look,
I
Screw it.
look,
I think at this point they're going to start getting violent.
yeah, they're kind of, one of the big guys kind of cracks his fingers. It's like,
I'm gonna crack mine back at him. God damn it!
you break your, you break your fingers.
Ah! What just
intimidate with toughness, right?
I don't know.
It's intimidate is strength based.
Actually,
Great. Okay.
these two seem to be making quite a disturbance. Can Tom like sneak somewhere or jump up over something while they're not watching?
Oh, okay. Selena will try to intimidate them,
Since these people are being idiots.
and she actually intimidates them to de-escalate the situation a little bit, so they back off. We're in a stalemate, I think, right now, so maybe that gives Alethea time to do a stealth.
A stealth to do what?
I don't know, to just see what's in there.
Yeah, we're creating a commotion. Like we failed the fellowship, and they were gonna get violent. But Selena flexes her bulging biceps and says, "Okay, you want to do this?" And they don't actually want to do this.
Okay, can I get a +10 for the distraction?
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, is it just normal modifier?
Oh, fate point. Please use the fate point. It's exactly the same row. We're so bad.
Yeah,
at
I
this.
have another fate point I can use. Just
Please.
I also have a
Please.
fate point I can use, and since
Do
it's
not
the end of the session,
Hey, you nearly get caught twice, but you finally get it. Yep. So they're trying to hold off the obvious guys who shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do get past.
Grab something they should have and bring it to the.
Yeah, so once you're inside, it's kind of like massive cave, almost. It's kind of like full of like racks of like bottles of alcohol, piles of weapons. Everything's nicely organised, but you can kind of see like one guy kind of overseeing it all.
Yum.
Granite.
he looks like he's having fun eating whatever he's eating.
Yeah.
He's looking at the spectacle outside.
Okay, so Tark has found that there's a bunch of shit they shouldn't have in here, so it's the right place. And B, we probably can't drive to Chimera into the middle of it. So Tark is going to grab a bottle of cognac that's around. What guns are there?
No, forget the drug. Forget the guns. Get the drugs. Get something small you can put in your pocket, and that's something that they shouldn't.
Whatever.
Yeah. All the really good stuff will be locked away, but you could probably grab.
I imagine they've just got like standard combat shotguns out there, or
Yeah.
Oh well. Tark will take a few bottles of booze for himself and basically try and sneak back out again.
Okay.
What about? Did he actually get in, or is he outside?
He didn't waypoint. So yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't roll.
Yeah. Do you want to join me in here?
No, you can't.
Nope.
You're providing extra distraction for Tark because you got spotted as well. But now that will make these guys really agitated.
Yeah.
That means that the raid is gonna get bloody.
I don't know. Is something going to kick off now or later?
I mean, I don't think we have the time to kick it off now, or do we?
No, we don't really have the time to kick off now.
Yeah, so basically,
You kind of got you got the proof now, so we'll swing it on into the next session.
yeah. So probably will the captain authorize some help, or will it just be us?
Probably just you. He doesn't think black market's going to be that much of a threat, but you're not going to be able to take the Chimera.
We know better though, and that means that they're probably going to be ready. At least going to have break out the weapons because this amount of agitation has put them on edge.
Oh, do I actually have to make a combat encounter not in my Chimera?
Yes, it will happen at some point.
Just stay far away and throw grenades.
I have
Don't throw grenades. Don't throw grenades in the supply area.
unfortunately,
Just use the slug round.
we do not focus. Our division is not about focusing on grenades. But
Yeah. So listen, just stay behind Selena. She has plenty of carapace and health points.
carapace.
Just stay
I
behind her.
don't have anything under the carapace.
She has 17 wounds.
Yeah.
And the skill we were looking for is Inquiry, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say Inquiry is what we should have been.
Well, we did a good job without Inquiry.
That's the
Here's a
thing.
question: if you don't have something trained, buying the first rank trained you in it, right?
Yeah. The first rank is no -20.
But if you if you buy a second rank of something, but if you already had that trained, you still get the thing at
Plus
100.
10.
Plus
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, but you're just buying, but you buy it the first 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I shall. Okay, I'm not sure.
That's so great. You can actually make your own regimental awards because we're a different regiment. Because yeah, the big ones are of course for big stuff.
Anyway,
Probably make some small ones.
yeah, we'll wrap this up for this week.
Yeah.
Right, so
Ah, look at that! The Order of Saint Clark, and has their dedication to the maintenance of discipline. This is actually Commissar's own.
yeah, okay, so yeah, see everyone next week.
Okay.
See you everyone next week.